Julio Cesar somehow saves it.
Liverpool have their second corner now. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
That was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Rodrigo. Azar. Gerrard. Now it's Rodrigo. Now it's Azar. Beckham has it out wide and in space. Oh, such a clever touch. Van Nistelrooy, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Messi. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Now it's Beckham, and it's Gerrard. Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Rodrigo, spread it left. That's tidy. Conte, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Belletti. Hazard has it in a wide position. He's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then. Well, that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
There's the whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
Here we go again.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Lampard. Gerrard. Van Basten. And he was quick to react. Gerrard. Now it's Hazard. Gerrard. Out to the left it goes. He slings it in. He rises! Superb goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
The goal scorer for Corinthians.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Early ball. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Beckham plays it short. Goes for a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Beckham goes short. Oh, shooting chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. Beckham with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Corinthians finding their passes. And here's Messi. And it's Beckham. He has tries a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Van Nistelrooy actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Gerrard gets rid without sophistication. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way of ensuring it.
So it's going to be another corner.
29,950.
And it's been taken short. Crosses it in. Baresi can get it clear. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's Rodrigo. Rodrigo going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Played out to the left flank. Baresi. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Roberto Carlos. In with the challenge. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Gerrard. That has been slung wide. Can he get on the end of this? It's a goal kick. Liverpool can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Serginho. Coming on the field is number 13, Kukcu.
Belletti. Liverpool perhaps contemplating their next change here. Driving on and making good progress. He shifted it to the flank. Hazard gets into a good position. Has crossed into the middle.
Corinthians surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. He's in plenty of space here. And the shot's on here. Hazard! They've done it! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Number 21, Eden Hazard.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Corinthians are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
And this is Gerrard. Beckham. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Knocks it into space. Caught offside that time. Corinthians making another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Rijkaard. Over to the left. And he's had it nicked away. Beckham. And it's Belletti. Now it's Messi. Not much subtlety about that challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Messi is wide and looking to get onto this. That has been knocked clear. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Done delicately. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And this is Beckham. Decent chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Substitution on the field. Number 2.
So here comes the substitution.
Number 17. Beckham.
Beckenbauer going vertical.
Number 22. Right.
5 minutes to add. And there goes the final whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the... Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And as you can see, we've already started here. They do appear, Jim Beglin, to be going with a 5-3-2 formation.
Well, if flexibility doesn't have an influence on this system, we truly are looking at an approach that is quite negative. But at least there is good scope to turn a seemingly deep-line defence into a more dangerous attacking outfit. This system will allow plenty of attacking numbers without necessarily compromising on that discipline.
That's been cut out, well played. Nicely aimed pass. Tries to play it through.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Cross deflected behind for a corner. Punched away. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And it's made its way to him. Can he find the finish?
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
Now it's Van Basten. And it's Roberto Carlos. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic once he comes inside. Anything is possible.
Liverpool, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Messi gets into a good position. Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Van Basten. And it's Beckham. That has been slung wide. Great work on the overlap. Beckham. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. That's a corner kick. He's got full. That's a half-decent try.
Van Nistelrooy certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Rijkaard.
Las Vegas Lights really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
Spread it left. That's very neat. And he lines up a cross.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
And he's there to clear it. Cafu, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. 15 minutes till half-time. And it's Messi. Can he get it through? He's got away. Vieira. Cafu to Messi. Chooses to go crossfield. Hazard. Now, can they get him away? And he's picked it up out wide. It's a goal kick. Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Serginho. Van Basten. Beckham goes short. Oh, that's nice. Looks across and plays it in. That has been knocked clear. Guardiola played out to the right. And he's there to clear it. Cross goes in there, and he was alert to it. Luca. Messi takes control of it, and he's on the move. And this is Messi. No, it's come to nothing. Ball is over the line. Cross to the back post. Roberto Carlos with the clearance. Van Basten. And it's Beckham. It's Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos.
Added time.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Roberto. Header! Danger averted for now. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Please make sure to watch the
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Welcome our lads to the field.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Adams. Beckham. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Vieira. Serginho. And it's Messi. Hazard does really well to win the ball there. Hazard. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It's a throw-in. Hazard. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, good spread. Now it's Messi. Oh, nice touch. Ball swung. Up he goes! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. And it's Serginho. Tries to pass it through. Hazard. Out to the right.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players...
McBaston! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now here's the delivery, and the keeper beats it away. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
And he's gone searching cross-field. Van Nistelrooy. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. It's Van Basten! It's a goal! There is the breakthrough! Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Marco Van Basten.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
So we have our breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Hit into the middle. It's a mighty effort! He scores! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and the analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Number 30.
That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Stood up well to him there. Roberto Carlos. Van Nistelrooy. Liverpool perhaps contemplating their next change here. He's looking wide. Now it's Hazard. Oh, that's clever. Corner. Messi plays it short. Hazard! Guardiola getting this one clear. Well, that's a dangerous ball.
Las Vegas Lights clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And it's Beckham. Thiaw gets across to intercept that. Messi.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Cafu picks it up out wide. Cross from Cafu. Cleared away.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Belletti. The final 5 minutes. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Beckham. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Swept in. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Interception.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Now it's Messi. And that pass just didn't quite work. And that will be it. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Van Basten claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Match broadcast live on our club's FM station.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Ashraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine, and occasionally...
Big chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Roberto Carlos. Beckham. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He's looking wide. Now that's a lovely exchange. Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Serginho. And it's Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? And here's Van Nistelrooy. It's a quick ball upfield. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Roberto Carlos. Guardiola. Liverpool yet to have an attempt on goal. Great vision. Now it's Messi. Gets into some space. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Messi. Messi going face to face with his great rival. Messi. Shifted it to the flank. He is through here. David Villa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Swept in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Corner. That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Van Basten. Van Nistelrooy, surely! And that is wildly off target.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Beckham. Almost half an hour in now. And this is Messi. Rice did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Roberto Carlos. That's Guardiola. Beckham. Now it's Messi. And the ball is out of play. Jordi Alba. Adams. Baresi. Rafinha. Azar. He's had it taken off him. Great ball if he can get there. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Messi, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Rafinha.
Header! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
It's a pretty loose pass. Rice. And it's Van Nistelrooy. That's a
Great chance! And yes, it's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Just eases him off the ball. Great ball, and he's in here. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Liverpool are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Please welcome everyone, our lads.
Inter Milan get the ball rolling in the second half. Hakimi. Hazard.
Oh, great feat, that.
Oh, good take in a good area. Messi. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Guardiola defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Messi. Liverpool looking to pass their way through. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Hakimi. Rafinha. Nicely weighted ball. Lovely bit of skill. Cross from Hakimi. Terrific header! It's in!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
The goal scorer for Inter after 55 minutes.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Inter Milan get themselves into the lead. Guardiola. So can they find a way to turn round this deficit? Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. Now that's well seen too.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Serginho. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that should get the job done. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Played in by Roberto Carlos. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
The attendance for this match was
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the
29,840.
intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Roberto Carlos. That has not gone well. And this is Messi. Look at the space here. Shot a goal! He scores! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And now he has two. Inter Milan take a two-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And it's Jordi Alba. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Liverpool can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Serginho. Coming on to replace him is
Messi.
number 13.
Ter Stegen breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Very nicely done. Beckham. Jordi Alba can get it clear.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Doué coming on here, a change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Beckham with the short one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Roberto Carlos. Pressure coming in from all directions. Threads one in. And this is Messi. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, shooting chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Villa demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very leggy.
Inter Milan blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Liverpool will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Now it's Doué. And it's Hakimi. Kukçu.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, this looks sharp. Well read, and the danger is averted. Messi. David Villa. The counter-attack is on here for Inter. Chips it through. Ter Stegen is there to clear. Marquinhos. Kukçu. And it's Beckham. Now it's Messi. Belletti. Early ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Azar. And here's the chance to counter. And Doué. Spread it left. David Villa could try cutting inside here. That's tidy. And it's Azar. There's the shot! Really well taken goal. Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian.
The goal scorer for Inter.
Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Inter Milan are having a ball here. Roberto Carlos.
There will be 5 minutes.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Bellingham. Doué. Kukçu does really well to win the ball there. Tries to play it through. Well, nicely intercepted. And here's Messi. Out to the right. Now it's Van Basten. Beckham. And that will be the final act. Liverpool suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Catch today's match broadcast live on our club's FM station.